Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Maxons, you may enter the room.
Wait, I need my shield.
Maxons, you may enter the room
Wait, Maxon's
and
leave
take
the
your
room.
seat. Alright. Wonderful. Alright, that shot marks the beginning of the Varntornum Accords.
Whatever.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I've called you here today to flesh out new temporary rules of the server until we can create more rule proposals for the Zasuba Accords, which will be occurring later on this month, I do believe.
Mm-hmm. True.
Now, if anybody has any rule propositions, please step up to the center. Alright, Naya. Speak.
No wars.
This is not very professional on his part. This is pathetic.
Naya, your proposition of no wars, what does this entail?
No fighting.
Between players or nations?
Be specific, sir.
There's only 4 people, so a nation is a player, isn't it? Isn't it people of the jersey?
Well, technically Max is a piece of my nation right now.
I mean, Max is.
He's just there.
I will do revolution.
Don't worry, you'll be a lord and a high councilman and a pope and whatever the fuck else you want to be.
There could be a lord of iceberg.
No. Alright, so Naya, what does it mean by no wars?
Get off of his throne, you fool. Please abide by the rules of the chamber.
Yes, sir. If a nation is to attack another nation, then that nation has the full right to get its revenge, whatever the cost, even if it means nuking the other base to the ground.
Yeah, that's what a war is. Alright, so rule number 1 on the server, wars are allowed.
No. Did you not hear my speech I just went into the history book?
No, you didn't make it very professional. You sounded like a...
Naya, allow me to propose this. Wars are allowed, however, all-out wars are allowed. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, we plan to do treaties with you and your kingdom multiple times over to try and prevent wars. However, if you break the treaty, then you get nuked. Make sense?
Oh my god! Cease your hostilities immediately, sir.
Alright, we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Alright, ladies and gentlemen.
I did not mean to let go, I'm sorry.
Alright, so number punt is wars are allowed, however... No, wars are allowed. I'll just put that down simply. Wars are allowed as long as they do not rope in any uninterested parties. Got it. Alright, rule number 1, well, temporary rule number 1 has been fleshed out. Alright, Lewis, do you have a rule proposition?
Okay, so...
Alright, speak.
If one nation gets attacked, and they have a mutual defense pact in their alliance, if you have a military alliance with another nation, and another nation attacks you, if you have a military alliance with another nation, and that nation attacks the person you have a military alliance with, then the nation who has that alliance with that other person may mutually attack and defend the nation. So say, if the Kingdom of Cardboard attacks... Sir, if the Kingdom of Cardboard attacks the Kingdom of Varntornum, then the Zasuba Kingdom can in fact defend Varntornum and attack Cardboard.
Alright, so I will say
These have already been
between
military
nations
alliances. Military
are
alliances.
valid. Military alliances are considered treaties.
Okay.
Alright, is that your only proposition?
Also, an embassy in every single kingdom for each party.
As long as as long as they accept under treaties, yes.
Of course, yes. That's
All
gonna be
right.
all for now.
I shall now propose multiple rules. Gentlemen of the council, I propose several rules to both limit Naya's power and the admin's power and increase the power players have in say in conference sessions to rule the server. Rule number 1 will of course be no griefing other people's bases unless of course you repair all the damages to their fullest extent afterwards.
What if you want to prank
May
your
I?
friend?
May you what?
I have something to add on that rule.
Then
Alright,
stand up
wonderful.
to the podium.
Continue. Come down to the podium.
I
Don't
have to
jump.
there.
Don't jump. Walk on the stage.
Walk around.
Walk around. You-
Okay, okay, it works. Alright, get in the middle, please. What do you wish to add?
I would like to, if the time is war, the base may be harmed without being repaired.
Indeed.
Yes. Yeah.
Alright, so next
yeah.
rule, as there is no objectives, shall indeed... Pardon, Naya?
I would like to propose a rule.
Alright, give me a minute. I will now have to mark down rule number 3. Rule number 3 is no griefing bases unless you fully repair the damages to their full extent. Got it. Alright.
War
Your
happens.
proposition?
War happens.
Yes, that's entailed in the war doctrine. Alright, Naya, you may speak.
If a war is to break out and an invasion would happen from Lewis or from you or from Zach when he joins the alliance, you guys can destroy anything in my base except for my farms. My farms, they are off limits. You can destroy my base, you can nuke it to the ground. My farms, they are off limits.
Your farms are included in your territory.
That's true.
They are off limits. You can destroy everything.
Get back on the podium, sir. Abide by the council rules.
Abide by the council rules.
On my base, one thing that is off limits on my base, Hubert, you guys are not allowed to kill Hubert. You guys can touch all my other...
I would like to agree with this.
Hubert Jr.
This is a request to protect Naya's farm specifically.
No, Hubert...
I would like to agree that
I need
farms are hard to do and...
No speaking over people in the chamber, please.
Pardon me.
Alright, you may now speak.
I would like to add that what Naira said is true. If you have a farm, it is hard to build, and it's just a pain if you destroy it. So just the living quarters are allowed to be invaded or destroyed.
Makes sense, makes sense. Alright, do all parties agree to this new rule?
Yes.
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 Also,
Wonderful.
Hubert is off limits. Literally, just put a section. Hubert Jr. is off limits to all invaders. You can kill everything else on my base. Hubert is off limits.
We are going to put down all industrial complexes of nations are not to be assaulted. Got it. All right. I'm going to propose another rule.
Go ahead.
All right. All right, men and ladies of the council, we're looking at you now.
Ladies. I don't see ladies here.
All right.
Oh yes.
What do you got, Lewis? Huh? You got no armor.
If I kill you, you're every single thing that you've got on your body dies. So I wouldn't.
All right, so gentlemen, peace in the council, peace in the council. So next rule that I'm going to propose is all rules on the server must be obeyed to their fullest extent. Until the Treaty of Zasuba, these rules must be obeyed to their fullest extent. Even if an admin breaks them, they shall adhere to the punishment by the Council of Admins. Seeing as there is 3 of us.
That includes an ire.
Yes.
So if you blow up our base, you can't not get yourself banned for a week.
Yes, exactly.
We
If you
won't
do
ban-
indeed break the rules, you do indeed need to face punishment, even if you are the server owner or an admin. Is that fair?
If you-
I agree to these terms and conditions.
Okay, good. Anything
Like, I
else?
totally don't have a massive TNT stash hidden under my bed that's full of shulker box.
Under
full of
your
TNT.
bed. That's an interesting place to put a stash of explosives now.
I mean,
I have another rule.
Yes.
Alright, you may come forward.
I also have a rule, but I'll wait for this man to
Yes,
speak.
Max, you may
The
speak.
duck is more important than you.
In times of war, it's more of a question. Is it allowed to use
Weapons that
modded
pass
weapons,
through
or not modded, but OP weapons like coded
Oh
in?
yeah, like Dan's sharpness 1000.
Yes, yes, it is completely logical to use these weapons as long as the opposing nation also has these weapons.
Dan, okay, I'm in create. I am
Z-
playing survival.
for
mode.
saying,
You
I
guys
am
use
talking.
weapons that no one
Yes,
I am
Nair,
talking.
he is
Naya,
talking.
please obey by the rules of the chamber. Continue.
Okay, I'm gonna stand in line.
So for say that I will fight in the war as in survival. Is it allowed for you to use your weapons of danger? Of mass destruction?
If you request a fair 1 versus 1 duel, the other person must completely oblige to the rules of this, which includes no use of overpowered weapons or armor. However, if you do not request a 1-on-1 duel and simply invade their capital, they are allowed to use whatever weapons they seem fit.
Seems fair to me.
Sorry, this is bothering me. I just got. We're just gonna.
You're short, Dan.
Oh God, that's so much better. Sorry.
Alright, people of the jury, I would like to say, go back into survival.
Mm-hmm.
People, okay, good girl. People of the jury, I would like to say, is this a jury or is this like
It's a council. It's a
It's a
council.
council.
People of the council, I would like to say, that I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, I remember now. Because we are doing something that Minecraft content creators have never done in the history of Minecraft content creators. We are doing a CSMP, a creative survival multiplayer server. So I feel like that if we are to go into a war, that the creative mode players should not use weapons that survival mode players don't have access to. For example, Dan, your sharpness 1000 sword, that is broken. That is so broken.
It
Yes,
is.
exactly.
Unless we offered one to you as a gift, how about that?
Mm.
If I gave you a gift from my kingdom...
However, I agree, but that doesn't add excitement because it's just a one-shot kill. You don't get to see PvP skills.
Alright, Naya, return to your council chamber,
So
please.
my proposition is that we do have that the creative mode players use weapons that survival mode players can only get.
I agree to these terms.
I agree.
One more thing, I will
No,
step
I
at
have
Cody
one more
now.
thing, but yes, you
just
go
just
first.
beforehand. Alright, concerning all matters of warfare, we will all indeed bring proposals to the Zasuba Accords. This is supposed to be fleshing out rules for the server itself, rather than warfare. We can bring warfare rules to the Zasuba Accords, if that is alright with everybody.
I agree. Yes.
Alright, you may proceed, Lewis.
Okay, another rule, okay? You are only allowed to enter another nation's kingdom when invited. This means no teleportation, okay? And no just entering unannounced. When we finally get our ports and airships ready, like Daniel, and I will have I'll have some carriages and all of that stuff. You can only use those when invited, okay? So I will invite you to my kingdom and then you can enter. And you must also present yourself to the palace of said player. So say I enter Daniel's kingdom, I have to approach him at his throne or wherever he wants me to be instead of just entering whenever you're invited. You must actually follow the rules. Like me, you must go and abide by the roads. You cannot fly around, okay? You must you must stay on the roads. No flying. That is all.
May I?
Yeah.
Yes,
So
please step up to the podium. Step up to the podium to speak.
No. Okay.
Maxons first. Good boy.
If you do not have a palace, Lewis,
Dude, you don't know
what
how expensive
should
this
you
is,
meet
bro.
at?
I'm sorry, what?
If you do not have a palace, what should you meet at?
Well, wherever you're invited. By palace,
If
I
I
mean...
do not.
Then, wherever you want to whenever you want those people to be. So
At
me,
the
I'm not
ruler's
always going to want
discretion.
you at my palace. You know, you're not always going to present yourself to my throne. Or
Lewis, I'm sorry, dude.
You're not
you-
always
dude,
gonna
your
present
chair
yourself.
literally costs- Lewis, your chair would literally cost millions of dollars in California, man.
I know. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So, yes, you don't need to like say if you enter my kingdom, you don't need to present yourself to me at my throne room. You can if you have a proposition, though. If you have a proposition, you must bring it to my throne room, and you will present it in front of me when asked. I wouldn't do that if I were you. That is an act of war. I'm kidding. Not yet. So yes, wherever you're invited, so say I invite you to the tavern or something, whenever it's done construction, you must enter you can enter the tavern, but it doesn't mean you can go snooping around in, say, my throne room when I'm not at my throne room. So that is all. Wherever you're invited, you go there, unless you have a proposition in which you go to wherever wherever they sit. So I don't know where you're gonna sit. For you, I
Alright.
guess you can just invite them to wherever.
Alright, boys, I have made this into a formal rule. Upon entering a foreign domain, you must present yourself at the sovereign's discretion. Does that basically sum it up?
Basically, and when you have whenever you have a proposal, you must present it to wherever they would sit as
Yes.
a
yes.
place of power.
Yes. Alright, now you may proceed.
And adding on to Lewis's thing where you can only join a person's land with only their permission, I suggest that we hand out visas. So you get a book and then you say, I, Zynexx, Kingdom of Zasuba Kingdom, hereby grant Maxence 99DR3 a 1-day visa or 2-day visa to my land, and he can cash it in whenever he wants.
I mean, yes, that falls
But
under
we are
kingdom
lords,
politics.
though. We are lords.
That does indeed fall under kingdom discretion at their finest. I shall present to the stand once more. Apologies, Naya.
I just have one more question. What are we gonna do in terms of economic stability of our nations?
All right, let me head up to the
yes, we actually need to talk about. No, we'll do that
Alright,
at the Zasuba
allow me to,
Accords. We'll do that at the Zasuba Accords.
Allow me to express once again. These are to flesh out the laws of the server. I suggest that the laws of each nation shall instead rather fall under the sovereign's discretion inside of their own nation and only take effect inside of designated areas of said nation. So yes, we are unable to enter people's nations. However, if when we enter the nations, they can present rules to us and we must oblige or leave. Make sense?
I'm sorry, what? I'd like you to repeat yourself.
In short, the matters regarding the individual kingdoms can be discussed at the Zasuba Accords, in addition to having rule areas at the entrances to your kingdom, per se, and that the rules inside of your kingdom shall be discussed outside of the Varntornum Accords, yes? Makes sense?
Sure.
Just so we can get the server rules flushed out?
For now.
Okay,
Alright, so yes, I'd just like to...
You may take the stand, Lewis.
Okay, so yes, as a matter of you talking about economical situations, we will discuss that at the Zasuba Accords, which should be taking place in the near future.
Yes.
We will talk about yes, so we should talk about what our main resources are, like our main exports, and what we need to import. That is my throne. That is my council chair.
Can I just have that one block after this?
No.
I will give that to you. I might give that
This
to you.
falls underneath. This falls underneath Rule 3 of the Varntornum Accords: no griefing bases unless you fully repair the damages to their full extent.
This is not good.
This is like
if
an
it's a
embassy.
gift,
This is
it's
my.
allowed.
This
If
is
it's a
my.
gift, it's allowed.
I spent hours mining for netherite and I've only got 12 ancient debris.
You might get a present or a gift from my kingdom sometime in the near future. But
Okay.
anyway, main exports, we will discuss that at the Varntornum Accords. Also main imports, so
You mean the Zasuba Accords?
Zasuba Accords. Sorry, thank you for correcting me there. So, yes, now, you do need netherite, so your main import could be netherite, as one of my main exports is probably going to be netherite. So, you can definitely... No, that doesn't... Okay, good. Okay, I thought you were going to grab the block again. Okay, so that is all. So yes, just not really a
You
rule,
may-
not really a rule, just more
Yes.
of a statement.
You may
Yes,
return
yes,
to your
yes,
seat.
get out, get out.
I've
Naya,
been
you may
attacked
take
in the
the stand.
council chamber.
You may take the stand, Naya.
Alright. Hello, I have a question. Seeing as we just brought up the topic about economic stability, and I know we're going to talk about this about at the Zasuba Accord, but just real quick, what is going to be the currency of the server? I suggest it be something that we cannot farm, for example.
Yes, yes, yes. I actually have a solution to this. If I may take the stand beside you. So as soon as Naya implements the villager trading data pack, I will establish villages at everyone's bases with set amount of currency, which will be used in my empire and hopefully server-wide as the basic standard. This teleport to me. Alright, so
I do. I don't.
alright, so in short, here at the in terms of server economics, I will also bring that up at the Zasuba Accords. Needless to say, I will be presenting many options for server economics. Emeralds will not be allowed. However, there will be an exchange rate between emeralds, basically the
will-
raw
Oh,
resources,
I want to talk
for
about that. Yes.
the raw resources for my currency. And we will talk about this further at the Zasuba Accords. Until then, we will not establish a server-wide currency yet. You may take the stand, Maxens.
I will take a stand after them because my.
All right, Naya.
question
No, wait,
or-
Lewis, you may take
So
the stand.
yes, about the currency, we will be having kingdom wide. We will be having kingdom currency, which you can probably exchange. Yeah, so we'll have like an exchange center for currency. So a currency exchange center. So say someone has emeralds as their kingdom's currency, they have to convert that from the worldwide universal currency.
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, we're establishing a gold standard for the server then.
Yes, basically.
At the Zasuba Accords, I will present my
Like
full
the dollar
explanation.
is the gold. They're like so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, now you may
Are there
you
going
may
to be
continue.
human rights? Because all my slaves right now. Oh, did I say slaves? I meant workers. They're just going to be like exporting goods. So all my villager slaves, they're going to be. Oh, that's very embarrassing. This is very awkward.
Stop moving then. You're supposed to stand on the sea lantern.
Naya, you actually came across one of my topics, if I may speak.
Let me finish. Get back
Fair
to
enough.
the chair.
Continue.
That was a good punch. That was very well estimated.
What the
Anyways, so my villagers, like, are there gonna be human rights on this server? Because I was just gonna abuse the fact that I have free slaves that do whatever I want for free, and I just get all the money and they get.
There will indeed be human rights, but they will be limited
Get off my chair.
for villagers.
Get off my chair. There we go.
All right, so I'm taking the stand now. On the topic of human rights, how about this? All named NPCs on the server, all named NPCs on the server, and NPCs that are found within inside of any of the kingdoms shall not be harmed by players. Make sense?
I didn't hear any of that. Sorry.
All right. So basically, if there is named mobs inside of kingdoms, they shall not be harmed by any players. Make sense?
That does make sense. I agree.
Yes.
So your host will be
All
safe.
my villagers are free because I'm gonna name all of them so they don't despawn.
Yeah,
That's fair.
yeah, makes sense. Like stuff you want to keep there will not be harmed. All right.
Slave 1, slave 2.
This shall be written down in the rules right now.
We'll discuss
named
human rights in the Zasuba
NPC.
Accords, I think.
If ever goes
to-
missing, I will turn the server into anarchy. I'm just putting that warning out there. Anything happens to Hubert,
I won't. I mean, I gave you him as a gift because you lost original Hubert. I gave you Hubert Jr.
Hubert Jr. Oh, he's in my heart.
All right, rule has been added to the Varntornum Accords. Anyone else wish to take the stage? Maxens, you may take the stage.
Yes, it's more about our treaty because I am under your wings right now, and I would like to say when I become an official kingdom, I would like to evolve on that, if I may say.
Yes,
like
yes. This
us-
can take place outside of the Varntornum Accords between your sovereign and yourself, if you may accept those conditions.
What the fuck now? You just want like fully sideways.
All right, now you may take the stand. If you wish to take the stand.
I don't think he can. I think.
Please use the stairs, Naya, to get. We broke him.
Come on.
We broke him.
Yes.
All right, get up. All right, what is your next proposition? You may speak.
What was that?
Perfect. I'll write it. I'll put it on the list.
It's me in front of the camera. I think I've embarrassed myself the most in this entire.
You
council
really did.
system.
I hit you about 50 times because you tried to steal my. You tried to
Apologies,
steal my
apologies,
thrones.
gentlemen.
An expensive chair.
That's the point.
Okay, when you go to my base and look at all the ancient and debris netherite that I have, that is 12 hours of mining. I'm not even kidding.
Gentlemen, the Varntornum Accords will now be an intermission while I gather more sources, if that is acceptable with everybody. Please refrain from attacking each other and keep this in a civilized discussion. I will be back in roughly 2 minutes.
Oh no, I feel like we need to have a festival rock so that when we sign the treaty, we all get to have fun and party.
Oh yes, I don't have an elytra on. I forgot about that. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm heading back to the tavern at spawn to retype in the chat the original server rules, just so we can add upon them and/or.
They're a bit too
add them to
long. They're really long.
Yeah, basically, if we have any ideas on them.
Put some
we'll-
more delay on them, please. Like
This is really successful, boys.
what?
The council meeting.
I know, and I know it's incredible.
This is the start. We're gonna surpass Hammercraft and Dream SMP, boys.
Totally, 100%.
Yeah, just a few more members and we're on the road.
A few more members, and then your computer's going to die because you've got a laptop that's running this right now, and it already doesn't work with 3 people on the server, let alone like 10.
We had like 6 people. We had 6 people.
Yeah, I know, and it died. It's actually not too bad at the moment, but anyway.
It's actually. I
Intermission.
just want to say now, Zach is gonna be in my kingdom. He's my ally, 100%. If I go to war, he's gonna go to war with me at all times.
I just want to say that I have currently 5 friends on this server. So if you attack me, I have like 5 allies, plus Dan.
Who are they? Your sister's friend Lewis, Dan, and I, right?
And John, and then my other friend.
Oh wait, John.
So I have
He just logged in once. He literally never logged in since.
He didn't.
Apologies, boys.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Can you just put it in a book and quill?
Sorry, it's in command blocks right now. I haven't transferred the forms yet.
Do it,
How are we gonna catch invaders? I mean, like,
That will fall under kingdom-specific policies. Alright, boys, I have returned to the council. I also have a proposition upon reading these original rules.
May I see them? And
They're in the
read all
chat.
the rules.
They're in the chat.
Is that the rules?
Yes, those were the original server rules, of course.
No,
Now, I will touch on rule number. Yeah, I'll give everyone the rules afterwards in this book copy that I'm gonna sign.
yes.
So,
copy.
original server rule number 2, I'd like to re-implement this: no stealing from other nations.
That makes sense. I agree. You should put.
More players. You guys literally have like everything.
I agree.
In your hands. So I'm the one that's in this boat.
You're actually on a chair, but you know.
Alright, let's see. Rule number 3, make sure you buy things from player shops instead of stealing them. Yeah, that'll be fixed with the villagers. Rule number 4, already done. Rule number 5, be respectful to one another. We don't have to have that. Rule number 6, have fun making me. Alright, yeah, okay. So the original. Alright, so those are the original rules.
Oh yeah. That's
Is there any other rules that we wish to put forward for the server?
Okay.
Right now, you
I
may
had
take
one,
a
but I
stand.
forgot.
In terms of economic stability, how am I gonna benefit? Because you created more players, you guys literally have everything in your access. As for me, I
We
don't
will
know how I'm
talk
gonna
about that.
We'll talk about this at the Zasuba Accords.
Because we're gonna talk about currency and all that. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring forward
in-
separate propositions to server actions.
Nair. You gotta think about this, right? We are, say, the bank in a way, alright? We put out the money there, but once people start circulating goods and services and all that, so once we get our imports and exports, like you're gonna import netherite, let's say. If you import netherite, that's gonna cost some money, but then you're gonna you're gonna export some of the stuff that we want to buy, which is gonna give you currency, so it just circulates, and that's how economic systems work.
Yes, I know.
Alright.
Perfect.
Gentlemen, are there any other propositions for rules? Maximus, you may take the stage and you may speak.
I just need to grab my charger, so if we could just wait 30 seconds, that'd be nice.
Alright.
The king needs a charger.
I had one.
Did you forget it?
Yes. I don't have a proposition, but I have a question. What is Zasuba Court?
Zasuba is Lewis's kingdom, Varntornum is my kingdom, Naya's kingdom is the Empire of Cardboard, if I am correct.
And the Zasuba Accords are like this. Okay, this is the Varntornum Accords, right? The Varntornum Accords is a small council meeting where we discuss simple policy. And
Yeah, outlines for the server until the Zasuba Accords, which will go into much greater detail.
Yes, like the economic.
Thank you for that, sir.
Alright, King Cardboard has returned.
Alright, it wasn't an important question. Alright, is there any other propositions for rules? Anyone?
I don't think so. I think. we're
Alright,
good here.
so I would like to close this off by implementing the final rule, which I'm pretty sure everyone will agree on. If anyone breaks any of the above listed rules, they will have to face the admin tribune. Make sense?
I agree.
What are the punishments?
That's the admin tribune.
Yeah, basically the three admins of the server, which is you, me, and Lewis, will decide punishments for people.
Execution.
That will be one of them, hopefully.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll discuss that
Alright.
in greater detail. No, I'm just kidding. It's no greater detail.
There's
In addition, boys,
there's
if
four
this...
admins.
There are three admins.
There are four.
Our execution could be the guillotine, but instead we drop an anvil on their head.
I tried that. It
Wait,
didn't work.
who is the
Remember in
fourth
Minecraft?
server admin, if I may ask, Maxons?
That's
Max,
him.
He's been the most loyal one.
Alright, unfortunately, that
doesn't have
won't
a
work
kingdom
out
yet.
too well.
He doesn't have a kingdom yet. And also, yeah, it is a tribunal, not a quadbunal. It doesn't really
Yeah,
have...
Maxons, I'll tell you what.
You'll have a say.
You'll have a say inside of the admin tribune, but the ultimate decision is up to the three original admins of the server, Naya, me, and Lewis. Makes sense, yes?
Oh, with my
Yes,
decision,
it does.
Understood.
Veto decision? I don't know what it's called.
What?
There will be no vetoes to the decision unless, of course, it is by the whole admin tribune.
As the emperor of the server, or the king, the leader, I feel like I should make my first decree.
Wait a minute.
Anyway.
Alright.
I think you're about to get killed. You're about to get killed, bro. Watch
First
out.
decree. As the president of the Cardboard SMP, the emperor of this great country is to revoke the citizenship of Zynexx YT. He is no
YT?
longer welcomed here. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
No, don't make me do it, please.
You are exiled from our nation. You are exiled from the server.
You lost
No.
your shield.
Alright, so no. Please take your seat again. Please take your seat. I have not dismissed the council. Take your seat. Lewis, take your seat.
You lost your shield.
Naya, I would like to make it perfectly clear, Naya, that while you do own the server, all three of our nations are sovereign nations. That means you do not rule over any of our nations in total. Makes sense, yes? Alright.
What if
So-
I'm American? I can just bully countries to do what I
We're
want.
gonna.
So, with that, gentlemen, I do believe the Varntornum's Accords will be signed now, if that makes sense by everyone, yes?
It does.
Alright, I will just quickly sign it and call it
Name-
Varntornum.
You can name them in an
cool.
anvil. Remember that.
What if one of the one of the three main admins is the one that breaks the treaty rules? So like
They'll face the tribunal.
They will face the admin tribunal. They will have a voice on the council. However, it will not be as powerful as the other. Naya, please stop. You are breaking Rule 1 of the Varntornum Accords. Alright, here you go.
He's already broken
That's your
a
copy.
rule.
That's your copy. Lewis, that's your copy down there.
Thank you.
And Maxons, here's your copy.
get the signatures. Like we can literally just say that we didn't accept any of this because you didn't add signatures, bro.
Here. No, this is the official decree.
There's literally no place to sign.
There is no place to sign.
Yeah, we need to sign it or else it's gonna be fraud.
We all
No,
agreed on the terms of it.
It's already signed. Yes, we already agreed on the terms.
Alright, boys, place it in your ender chests if you don't want to lose it.
I won't lose it. Okay, and I think that does in fact sum it up. That sums
All right,
up the
take your
Varntornum
copy of the
Accords.
codes.
Is there a signature?
There's not
Nah,
supposed to be a signature.
This is a joint
you-
signature between the admin tribune, as we agreed on every single rule inside of it.
That's fine.
Hey, Nair, guess what?
Guess what? Give me that. You have no idea how expensive that. Did you mind?
What is it?
He mined it from the back.
Oh my
Sir,
God.
this is breaking rule
I
one
placed
of
it back.
the Varntornum.
I placed it back.
You have no idea how expensive that block is.
Yes, I put it back. It's not griefing. I put it back.
Oh.
I will
I'll
clear
ask
your
you.
inventory.
I'll ask you. Naya, I'm going to ask you to not steal any Lewis's netherite. You'll be able to trade for it, as your farm should be able to cover the cost of it, yes?
If creative mode players are to fight survival mode players, they
I will clear your inventory, so you
Nair,
better
Nair, just wait about this. And those will
Wait,
be
don't do
discussed-
that. Don't do that. don't do
remove
that.
everything
Are
that
those,
is important, because I'm removing the netherite
Nair.
block.
yes, I'm listening.
So,
It's already in
The rules
look,
of warfare will
it's already
be...
back.
The rules of
I wanna
warfare
make
will
sure,
indeed be
so-
talked about at the Zasuba Accords.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay. Because I was gonna say that. Like,
Yeah, don't worry. If
allowed to use,
Yeah, I'm gonna bring a proposition to these Zasuba Accords on the laws of warfare and currency and other things.
Good.
Alright.
There you
So,
go.
are we going to
Oh,
the
wait,
farm
what?
board?
Alright, so we have a rough outline of the rules for the server until the Zasuba Accords take place.
What? No. Oh, no,
Whoa,
no
whoa,
items.
whoa, whoa.
No, I can't. You can't clear. You can't clear the inventory of that. Anyway.
Alright, boys. So if that is over, then you are free to leave the council chambers, and Maxons, I will ask that you stay in the council chambers. I'm in creative mode now, it's not gonna do anything.
Okay, no,
Alright,
I bet
so-
we must take our leave then.